Okay, welcome back. So in the last video we talked about, well, I talked about tuning the treble side M reeds, which is the kind of two middle reeds which were tuned to give the tremolo tuning, but I've got one more set of reeds in the treble side which is a low set of reeds. Now I wanted to tune that set of reeds. Now to do that, what I want to do is to silence the M reeds so I can just hear the L reed. So on this one of these settings, I've just got the L and the M reed playing, the low and one middle playing, but I need to get rid of the middle completely, so I just have the low playing on its own. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the middle reed blocks out, and I'm just going to tape over the holes so there's no air can get through there, and then that should give me a chance just to hear the low reed on its own. So first thing, I'm going to take it apart and I'll show you how I tape up the middle reed bits and bobs. Right, so in the accordion, this middle reed block here is the low set of reeds, and these two outside reed blocks are the two middle sets of reeds. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take off those two reed blocks, take off this one, put that down there for a minute, and this one. There we go. Take this one out as well. Let me put that carefully down there. So now I'm left with just the low reeds, and so what I'm going to do next, I'll get some tape. I'm just going to tape up these holes so that no air will be going through those holes, and I can just focus on the low reeds. So just get some tape, just a minute. So it's just electrical tape, and all you need to do is just cut a bit more than I need. So cover over, so I need 2 bits. Cover over that one. In fact, I need 3 bits. 4 bits maybe. Oh, I don't know. Some bits. So, and because it's electrical tape, it's not going to cause any damage. It's not too sticky. We'll just peel off without causing any harm, which is good. There. So actually, what I might do is just turned off already. Next one. So it all will be revealed in my cunning plan once I've got this all taped off. Nearly there. There. Okay. So there we go. So now I've just got the low set of reeds open. So I'm going to put it all back together and then I'll show you what it sounds like. Okay, so this is what it sounds like with the middle reeds taken out and the holes taped up. I think that's really nice. So, next step is to get my phone app ready. Find it. There we go. Pencil in the notebook. And this is nice and straightforward. I'm just going to play the notes and make some notes about how much I need to change the tuning to get it just to where it needs to be. And I'm guessing, because it sounds nice, that there's not going to be too much to do. Let's have a little look. Let's just start in the middle. So they're a little bit off, some of them, some are a bit sharp. So I'm going to make my notes and I'm going to do the tuning exactly like I did for the reeds, just changing the pitch very slightly according to where I want the reeds to go. So if anything interesting comes up when I'm doing the tuning, I'll show you, but otherwise it's just the same as what I've already done. Okay, I'm just going to get on with that. Okay, that was nice and straightforward. There's only 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 reeds that needed attention on the low ones, so they were sounding nice. One thing to remember is if you've got the low reeds with the big kind of a bit of lead on the end, to get that extra, oh, a minute. There, if you're flattening, no, if you're sharpening one of these ones, sorry, you have to support the reed very carefully and file away at that blob of lead, whatever's on there. So you have to to sharpen that reed, you have to get a little file out, and sometimes it takes quite a lot of metal to come off there to change the pitch. So just be aware of that if you're trying to sharpen one of these reeds with a little blob of lead on the end, or not lead, probably it's probably so I don't know what it is, soft aluminium or something, I don't really know. But that all went well. So what I'm going to do now is put this back in. That's quite straightforward, thankfully. Put that back into the accordion with the other middle reeds, and I'll give it a blast for you. Right, so I've now completed the tuning on the low reeds. So let's give it a blow, see what it sounds like. Hoping it sounds alright. Should sound alright. Right. Ooh. Right, so if I just put the, so this is just a single middle reed. Now I can't play the low reed on its own because all I can get is LM or LMM. So I just do LM, which is this. bring in the two M's, I get LMM, which is like wee. That was Jerusalem, but I just was busking to get it. Anyway. Here we go. So I think the LM and LMM all sounded very nice, so I'm happy with that. So I'm going to park the treble side tuning, so that's gone nicely, and now it's the bass side tuning. Now this is, if I just have a listen to it. I'm not hearing any issues. I've played it all the basses, but I have tested it. But what I'm going to do, just to check, I'm going to check all of the reeds in the bass side, but I'm going to do it a slightly different way to the treble side. So I'm just going to take the bass reed blocks out, and I'll show you how. I'm just going to check the bass tuning. Right, just stop this for a sec. I'll just get the bass reed. Right, so on the final step now of the tuning of the accordion, so I've got the bass reed blocks out. There we go. Just turn it around a little bit. There we go. So I've got bass reed blocks out just here, and the actually I'll just bring it up again. The bass side sounded fine. I didn't hear any issues, so I don't want to mess around with these tunings too much because I'm not really detecting anything which is a problem. But what I'm going to do next is I'm just going to play the notes and play them on my bellows table, have a listen to them all, and just got my tuner up as well, so I can just see the tuning of them out of the accordion. I know that when you put it back in that will change, but what I'm going to look out for is any major issues in the tuning, so anything just a bit way off that I haven't detected, and I'll just rectify that. But then if it's all very, very kind of there or thereabouts, then I won't do very much at all. So here it is. So all I'm going to do now is get my tuning stuff ready, and I can start to just play the notes and just have a look at how they're behaving. So I'll just get that up a bit like that. Hey, come here, so I can see you better. So I think there's a little bit of a couple that are a bit off, but nothing massive. I'm just going to check the other ones as well. So these ones. So this side, they're all pretty much bang on. There's a couple on this side that I think, I'll just go to the beginning. So that C on the push just needs a tiny bit of sharpening. So I'm going to sharpen that a tiny bit, because I can see it's significantly down from the other side. So I'm just going to give that a tiny little sharpen up. Yeah, come here. Scratch this one on the end, just to bring that up a tiny bit, because that did look significantly different to the other one. So let's just bring that up a little. Oopsie! Mommy, drop over there. There we go. Now with these bigger ones, there's just not enough oomph on my little bellows table here to make these play, so I'm just going to have to blow through these ones. No, you shouldn't really, but I'll just do it just once and just have a little listen to them and see what they're doing. Oh, blimey, I have to put a lot of puff into these. Oh, I'm running out of puff here. So that was just a quick test of those bass reeds, but because they were playing well anyway, I'm a bit loath to do any fine tuning. I'm going to put them back into the accordion and have another listen to them, but I don't think there's anything there that was making it sound off at all, so I think I was just being a bit lucky there. But let's put them back in and have another listen and see what they sound like. Put the bass reeds back in. As I said, I was a bit loath to do any tuning on those bass reeds much because it didn't sound like there were any issues, and it's difficult to tune out of the accordion because when you put the ripples back in, it might change the tone anyway, but also it's difficult to isolate the notes on the bass side, because when you play one bass note, for example, it plays 4 notes at the same time, and when you play a chord, it's playing 3 notes at the same time. So it's really quite tricky. But if I'd been playing the bass notes and picking up some issues, then I would have taken more time with that tuning. But if I just show you what they all sound like, I hope you agree that they sound fine. Where have we got to? So that's why I didn't want to do much tuning, because there wasn't anything there that sounded like it was off. So I just kind of just did a light touch, just looked out for any abnormalities, and there weren't any significant tuning issues, so I've left them be. So on a different accordion that could have been different. So I think that's the tuning sorted. So let me play a tune going through all of the different registers on the treble side. So let's start with just one M reed, and I'll start bringing in different reeds. I'm going to bring in the low reed now. Now I'm going to turn off that air low. I'm going to bring in the two middle ones. Going to bring in that low M again now. And there we are. So I think that's nice. I really love it. So I'm happy with that tuning. As I said, as I play it more and more, I might just think, oh, I could tweak that one a little bit, or tweak that one a little bit. But generally speaking, very happy with the tuning and very happy with how it plays. But it's not quite finished yet, this accordion. So there's a few more things to do before it's fully finished. Now the first thing is I need to put a new grill cloth on the grill. So I'm going to get that done. And the second thing is, when I put my hand, I just open the bellows and just push, I can just hear, well, I can feel some air escaping, and I thought it was from the pallets, but it's not. And then I thought it was from the bellows gasket, and it's not that. I thought maybe it's the bellows pins, but actually what I've realised is that there's a little crack all the way down here, which is probably sustained when this crack here happened. So what I'm going to do in the next video is do the grill cloth, and I'm also going to show you how I'm going to fix that little crack that goes all the way down here, and that's going to improve the compression, I think, by quite significantly. So I'll stop this one here, and then in the next one, I think the next one's going to be the last video, unless I've got any more plans. A little bit of tidying up and grill cloth and things like that. Okay, thanks for watching.